to get them the win or the possible series win for today.
Well, we'll find out for sure for game number 2. So other teams gone up against TNC. They respect Bandit's hero. Now they have it on their hands. Let's see what they can do. As Sonawat mentioned, will this be a sweep for the Phoenix Army to gain back their momentum, or will ONIC Philippines prevent this with a reverse one?
Man, it's going to be a problem for them. But so far, when you take a look at it, a lot of heroes, or specifically two from the side of ONIC Philippines, are holding that Avarice emblem. And I'm very much surprised that Farsa is holding that one because, again, he really needs to have some extra amount of gold to at least fight using that Feathered Airstrike. So maybe that is the case here for the rest of the members. Meanwhile, Nets and Innocent, two very late game-centric type of heroes, are going to be very crucial in this match because all you need to do is to just mind your own business, get the minions, get the items, and you're finally in for action.
Oh, look at that. A good hold from Ben Things. You want to get that pokes if mid lane is concerned for these two teams to gain pressure. Because for the matchup that we see, we have Carry and Claude, right? Oh, look at that. With the peel of Kekadut on Super Friends, that is Escalera be on a trip back to base. But no, he's still holding it.
Yeah, King Kong might be looking for Super Friends. Again, he does have that high and dry, right? So here's the biggest thing about Hanzo, because we've seen him a couple times, and a lot of the times we have seen him, it hasn't been as successful as teams hope, right? Sometimes it is a big gamble to lock in the Hanzo, especially if you don't get this early kind of momentum snowball going, right? If you don't get those early kills, you kind of have a difficult mid to late game. Now, yes, you can sit in your base and whatnot, but still, eventually, especially up against this Cho for Sensui, it's going to be kind of difficult here.
Also, yeah, I was about to mention, especially with Sensui, who's just, going to find you and use that Way of the Dragon, but hold up.
Yep, look at King Kong. Is he going to be able to grab this turtle? Sensui just waiting patiently. The stun's going to be there. Tries to go in. Sensui able to retribution that away. Securing it, plus the first blood. Going in the hands of Ryota here. ONIC Philippines off to a good start in the game.
Good delay in pull, though. He managed to hold Cram at bay on the first take of the turtle. And knowing that Cram could aid in taking that first objective, that's just one way of keeping an eye on the possible threat early game, so that you've mentioned.
Eliminating the sustaining factor for the side of TNC has been the good first step heading forward for ONIC Philippines, but Nets getting a lot of damage here.
King Kong, can he get the kill with the Kinjutsu? Okay, it goes to the hands of Innocent, but that's a nice setup already there. That is the pressure, exactly where they want to put it, in that gold lane against Nets. So nice little pickup there for TNC.
Got some extra lead given here for the side of the Phoenix Army. So Sensui and the rest of the gang will be going down and try to assist their guy.
Well, now as they look for a good early game start here, it's Innocent and Carry. But for me on top lane, Fredrin on the XP hasn't been that effective for me. I have mostly, even in my games and speculating in all different kinds of regions, it's much more effective in the jungle, right? But for this matchup, how is this?
Well, taking a look at the matchups right now, it's somewhat, of the essence to have the extra mobility, which is why a lot of heroes are picking up the Benedetta, picking up at least other heroes that really have the agility to move around the side of the map. But for that Fredrin, it will really rely on the laning stages of the game because, again, you could sustain yourself, you could aid the rest of the members whenever the turtle is actually near you. But now, it seems like TNC playing aggressive.
King Kong going to put the pressure where he wants to in the mid lane, but still nothing. Hold on. Escalera, okay. I think they were a little off timing for that one because even if Escalera was able to get that, he changes back and couldn't really follow up the way they wanted to. Ben Things, though, still holding on to that wild charge. So now next turtle is going to be up here. Let's see if TNC can grab this one.
They would want to have that setup from Kekadut, right? And you want to hold things in place. You want Sensui, you want Super Friends to hold that position when you can actually penetrate their back line. So I see that's a double steal if they keep doing it. If TNC right now wants to see a good way of penetrating ONIC Philippines defense, that's a good way to go.
Well, King Kong might be looking for an entry if can. Okay,
wow.
It goes in.
Wow.
Didn't know if he was going to make it in time, but just like that, using the Kinjutsu, gets in range and just takes it away.
That is exactly what you call a drive-through.
Yeah.
That was just, him taking his goods and running away like nothing happened. It was, again, the agility for TNC that made sure that they were able to take that, that objective and got them the lead back. So again, for the very first 5 minutes of our matchup, this is similar to game number 1, pretty much a seesaw battle that we are seeing. Just take a look at the instant replay brought about, right? There was a significant amount of distance where King Kong was unreachable by the rest of the members of ONIC Philippines, and from there, there's nothing that they could do. TNC now with the lead.
Thank you so much, Infinix, for capturing that perfect moment. Because by not being there, Hanzo just keeps on setting up traps that forces ONIC Philippines to respond and squeezing out their chances and taking objectives. This is one big problem about the Hanzo. Do you really chase the guy on where he's hiding? Because at the moment you saw him, there's a lot of teammates right in your back following you through to even burst you down. So they need to check their clocks correctly. They need to have the damage right heading into mid-game.
King Kong, again, putting pressure on the mid lane as often as possible. Gonna get kicked away, but already did some damage to Sensui. So still looking for something. You know, the thing is, TNC now having this lead, they're off to a very similar start in terms of momentum and lead that they had the previous game. So this time they have the chance to not let it fall out of their hands, and if they can just maintain it, continue to find kills if they can, objectives, you're going to be in a good position as they put pressure here in the mid lane again. Cram coming in from the backside. Sensui, though, gets the way of the Dragon off, but the turret goes down. King Kong was still focusing there mid lane. Ryota taking the brunt of damage here. No one going to go down just yet. Not enough damage, but still, TNC grabbing another objective, and now eyes set on the turtle.
And also, this opens up the camp for Hanzo to take it aside of ONIC Philippines. They need to get their hands busy as how King Kong is rotating around the map. This is getting deadly.
It is getting deadly, and those crucial taunts coming in from Kram is slowly being felt here because the Wave of the Dragon really didn't push through. It was supposed to be a pick-off for the side of ONIC Philippines from that mid lane, and Kram really just giving a lot of problems. Ryota forced to use the ultimate.
Ryota going to be in trouble here, using the split. Can't get out, though. King Kong finding a kill. So one down here for ONIC Philippines. Kakadu trying to give the vision that he can, but this will ultimately just go in the hands of TNC if it's no contention here. And it looks like even Sensui just giving the call, you know what, just give it up. I'm going to grab the buffs and just let them have the turtle.
Well, King Kong having the time of his life here. 2 objectives right in his hands. Now TNC could freely rotate around the map to give pressure for ONIC Philippines. How's the items now for the Yellow Hedgehog, Sona?
Oh man, it's a huge lead when we're talking about the items. Yes, we're seeing a 2.9k. It's not that big, but when you're taking a look at the marksmen who are slowly minding their business, just take a look at Innocent, man. Just playing the Innocent game, 6.2k, minding his own business, and now it's finally time for him to show up.
Escalator going to charge up with IMU copy of the new one on blast. Can they get the kill? Innocent goes in, grabs nets. Kakadu with a response. Oh! What a play! He's going to get punished himself, but does it with finesse with that flicker, and now Ryota going to be quite low here. A massive play for TNC.
Now I want to be the voiceover of top 5 plays, man. There's just a lot of top 5
give
plays
it one
that
more
we're
week.
seeing,
Give
right?
us one more week.
Give us one more week. But again, it was just, facing up with that Numenon blast, and Fredrin Kram just said, nope, you're not going to do that to me. And that resulted to 2 kills and an extension of TNC's take.
Okay, that's something that, XP lane Fredrin with flicker can do that the jungle Fredrin can't do. He can't pull off those
mirrored.
Yeah, those cool, flicker appraiser wrath combos.
There's your answer.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
there's the 10% of Fredrin's in the XP lane.
Okay, thank you so much for pointing it out, boys, because even me proving that Cram on this hero is gaining so much good gameplays, right? And to take 1 down, take 2 down from ONIC Philippines slows down more progress that you want to bounce back in a few minutes from now.
They're slowly creeping into the enemy objectives as ONIC Philippines are at, the mercy of just getting their purple objective, because TNC are not leaving any prisoners behind, and they're trying to take every single advantage that they have as the first lord of the game is about to spawn. And even so, TNC is looking at a very comfortable 4k gold lead that we are talking about. Not to mention, Innocent hasn't been getting pressured at all by the side of ONIC Philippines because there's always answers from TNC with King Kong taking all the spotlight.
Well, how ONIC will answer this late game probability of a mayhem? How? Setup is still there though. What's going to take this Lord?
They're going to be looking to fight for it. Who gets the retribution off? It's King Kong securing it. Super Prince with the artillery for the feathered airstrike. Going to push them back. No one falling, but TNC furthering their objective takes here.
Well, that's just how you build momentum and morale from game number 1. That's how you maintain synergy. That's how you be consistent. Now for the side of ONIC Philippines, how do you bounce back? Well, in Kekadu's item, slowly, is this enough to mean a perfect setup for Netsona?
Maybe it is, but in terms of the damage, it isn't just yet because you're taking a look at the 6k gold lead. There's a lot of items specifically coming in from Innocent using that Blazing Duet, and when you use that Numenon Blast, Innocent can just use the BMI to get away. So you have to bait out the BMI first to get inside, then you can use the Numenon Blast to just take them all out because as far as I'm concerned, Innocent is just playing like, it's his last game of his life. He's playing like he's mad right now.
That's how you live every day. Carpe diem. Seize the day.
Yep.
Whatever you do, man, live life to the fullest. And that's how Innocent is doing it right now. Bouncing back from all the losses of the days that they had the match. And to think and to go back on the side of ONIC Philippines to bounce back, they're lacking the damage right now. Nets and Super Prince needs to have the damage. Set up.
Charge up's going to come through. Still working on the turret. It should go down here. Actually, they hold on a little longer. Lord finally taken care of. But ultimately, they lose the top inhibitor turret. ONIC Philippines with a concealed play of their own, and not sure if they want to give this one a go. It's a 7K lead they're working against here. TNC in full control of this game, 12 minutes in. Eye set now on the bottom side. Charge up here from Escalera. Doesn't find the target. Innocent on the backside, though.
Look at the peel.
Do it. He BMI's out of there. Going to be just fine. Already putting the pressure here, though. The chase down. Ryota trying to zone the members out he can. But nothing results out of it.
As we've said, right? Just force him out to use the BMI, and then from there, they could just, they will just retreat as soon as they see Innocent at, 10% health, and it's slowly becoming problems for TNC now to just, how could they go ahead and finish this game off? But again, they're sitting at a very comfortable 7.6k gold lead, so time is in their hands, but time is also of the essence for the side of ONIC Philippines because the longer that this game goes, the carry will start to become online. So that is something that TNC needs to worry about heading forward into this matchup as, the rest of the members of TNC very comfortable where they stand. It's a very low kill scored ball game, and TNC loving this because they have the early snowball.
Well, 8K gold lead. I'm going to happy with that. Now just keep on closing the doors here for ONIC Philippines.
Yep.
The hungry for objectives. Look at that, King Kong.
Ow! Damage! One sliver away. So, King Kong going to back off here, but Lord now coming up 2 seconds. Actually, it just spawned TNC, man. What's going on here?
I know, man.
Oh, man.
This is just something new.
It's different.
TNC turning on the Jets, bro.
Yeah, 3 members, Escalera, Innocent, and Cram, are on to their game in total damage off of this game.
Well, they're going to be going for their next Lord here. There's nothing really that can be done. A nice wild charge secured again by King Kong, forcing ONIC Philippines on the backside. King Kong looking for Sensui. Can he grab it? As he does, before he goes back to the body, happy with the Lord, the kill. And now TNC, could this be the march into the base to secure themselves the first series win of the season?
Can they defend this? Is the defense items ready for TNC's lead? Momentum, confidence, man. This is just building, and the last turret in the middle is gone.
Well, they're still holding on. They've got one left, but their eyes are set on the prize. The Kistel's going to be worked on. Lord's still up, and TNC does it. Sweeping ONIC Philippines, grabbing themselves the first series win of the season.
Week number 3. They rise as one, and they just keep on learning what they have lost. Oh, this is just a purely plus 1,000 morale in this game for TNC.
Rising as one for series number 1. TNC, for game number 2, they didn't even look like they were a winless team. If you take a look at TNC and just covered, the names,
Yep.
you would kind of like think of other teams because of how dominating that win was for them, and they finally have all of the pieces covered together. And this main five that they have, that they played for 2 consecutive seasons, it's something that a lot of teams need to watch out for.
This is
Wow.
again. I mean, we talked.